Good morning from the Arizona desert. My name is Tom and I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, and this is the daily DoorDash journey through the desert. And I needed to do a part 2 to the last video that I did, just because it's like, hey, wait, Tom, there's more than just the miles drive. There's wait time at the merchant, there's drop-off time at the customer, and that is all very true. So I apologize for the road noise as I'm traveling down the road. I know that this is not the best quality, and eventually I'm going to be getting myself a better mic, but let's actually get into this part 2. Now, I actually also add, say, 3 minutes to drop off to the customer and 5 minutes to the merchant. 5 minutes, you have to park, you have to go inside, you have to get the order, go back, load it into your car, and 3 minutes to drop it off to the customer. You pull up, you're walking to the door, and you're snapping a picture. So even this offer here, the last one that I used as an example, with an additional 8 minutes, plus the, say, 8 minutes that it takes to drive, that means that the total amount of time to get the order, drive to the merchant, pick up the order, get it into the car, drive to the customer, and drop it off should take 16 minutes. So at, say, $15 an hour, that's where we multiply this dollar amount times 4. That means that they bought, we said that this is a $7 offer roughly. That's still 28 minutes, still ample time. So it's at least a $15 per hour job. If we go to the $20 per hour job, we multiply 7 times 3, that's 21. And remember, it's only going to take you 16 minutes to drop it off. So this is a $20 plus offer. Now, if you build relationships with the merchants so that they recognize you when you walk in, that, hey, this is a regular DoorDash driver who comes in and picks up these offers, you may find that you're able to get in and out much faster. You know where you're dropping it off, you know where to park, you know how to maneuver the apartment complexes, and you're getting in and out. All these things reduce the amount of time that it takes you to drop off the order. So if you become really good at the drop-off portion and know your area, and you're really good at building the relationships with your merchants, you're able to reduce those 3 and 5 minute variables to a lower variable amount, which means that this would be a more profitable offer. That's why I really stress building relationships with the merchants. Don't just shove the phone in their face. Get to know who they are. Talk to them. Remember their story. Remember what events are going on inside of their life. Remember their names, etc., etc., and you will find that you get in and out of merchant locations much faster. And you also know which merchants are fast and which merchants are slow. So those are things in the back of your mind when you're actually going through this process of doing evaluation on an offer from DoorDash. Now, this also works on Uber, I know, because I've talked to a couple of friends who are extreme cherry pickers, and they even yesterday said, wow, this volume strategy and calculating for time is actually working. And that's because they're finding that they're getting things in and out of their car much faster. Now, here's another thought process, a little side note, and we'll talk about this when we get into investing. A lot of us want that home run. We want we made 1,000% return on our numbers, or we made this banger offer on DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of the other platforms that are out there. We want the bragging rights, but really you win the game by getting product in and out of your car as fast as you possibly can. And the more that you can do that, the more money that you'll make, versus trying to do these high ticket offers. Yeah, I know, wear and tear on your car, I get it. But you know what? When you make 6 figures a year, I can go on out tomorrow and I can go buy another car. So I'm all about cash flow. I'm all about volume. I'm all about customer buying time and not this margin stuff. I'm not looking for the $1.75 per mile, because my market does not produce $1.75 per mile. So with that, I've got to go because I've just arrived at a merchant to pick up. And yes, they know who I am, and yes, I know where I'm dropping this off. So I'm gonna maximize this offer and increase its value. So with that, I apologize for the rush, but I'm in get up and go mode. I'm on my horse and I'm riding, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't give you only half of the story. I wanted to give you the whole story. So this is a part 2 video, and for that I apologize. But let's continue this discussion in the comments. If you like this information, consider subscribing to the channel. But let's dialogue about this stuff, and let's take that money that we're earning, apply it towards debt, and make our dollar stronger, and let's make this dream a reality. With that, I'm going to let you go, and have a great day. Be safe.